What's happening, fantasy football, man? It's your boy, Soup. And I'm bringing you our last episode for 2023 fantasy. That's right, man. I told you so. Look, a lot happened in week 17. I recorded our top 5 starts and our top 5 sits on Monday. By the time Friday came, some of those guys wasn't playing. Other guys was out. So it was kind of tough sledding for your boy Soup this week. But we're going to talk about it anyway, because we're going to talk about the ups and we definitely going to talk about the downs. The upside, I won 6 championships out of my 23 leagues, man. I pat myself on the back. Could have did even better, man. Ended up going out on my birthday in Illinois, waking up, forgot I was an hour back in time zone. Watch alarm went off at the time from my watch that was Florida time. That's right. Was starting Michael Pittman and had Amari Cooper on the bench in week 16. Yeah, let's talk about it. Should have went to the championship and won another league. But it is what it is, man. Any given Sunday. All right, so I'm going to bring you I Told You So episode right now. Let's talk about it. I said start Brock Purdy. Shit, I thought he was going to have a bounce back game. It was decent. You didn't have a bad start with Brock Purdy, but he just wasn't a top 10 guy this week. He was number 14 in fantasy scoring, went off for 230 yards through the air, 2 TDs, 17.6 fantasy points. If you started him, you may still won your lineup, but he wasn't a great start this week, so I missed on Brock Purdy. Deebo Samuel, I hit. Deebo Samuel was number 14 receiver this week. That's right. He was a top wide receiver too. Went for 8 touches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. I hit for on Deebo Samuel this week. DeAndre I missed. Told y'all to start DeAndre Swift. He only had 66 yards off 14 touches, 7.1 fantasy points. Missed on Swift. I missed on Ty Chandler. Did not know Matson was coming back. That was my fault, y'all. Thought that Chandler had all the work to himself. He ended up with 13 touches, 64 yards. A decent day, 7.9 fantasy points, number 33 on running back in fantasy scoring. That is not getting it done. I missed on Chandler. Rashee Rice. I told y'all start Rashee Rice. He ended up number 16. He was a wide receiver too this week. 5 receptions, 127 yards. He went slap off in that game. If he would have got a touchdown, man, would have been even better. He'd have been a wide receiver 1. But if you want to talk about it, man, 15.2 points from Rashee Rice. I hit on him. I went 2 for 5 on our top 5 starts last week. Let's start talking about the top 5 sits. Tua Tagovailoa. I told y'all to bench him. You should have benched him. Exactly what I said was going to happen, happened. Running for his life. 237 yards, 2 TDs, and 2 interceptions. I called it. Tua was number 16 in fantasy scoring. Hey, I told you to bench him. Hopefully you did. Tony Pollard, told y'all to bench that guy. Ended up with 17 touches for only 49 yards, 5.4 fantasy points. Number 43 in fantasy scoring for running backs. Blizzop, that's RB5 numbers, y'all. That's right. Tony Pollard, I hope you sat him because I told you so. Jaylen Waddle, I told y'all to sit. Hey, didn't matter because he didn't play, so it don't count. Devonachane, I told y'all to sit because number 1, I thought Waddle was playing. Number 2, I thought Mostert was playing. They called Mostert out last minute. As soon as I found that out, I went and made a recording, but our studio guy was unable to get it out in time. And what it said was, Mostert's not playing, start Devonachane. Of course, right? No Waddle, no Mostert. That's all they got left is Hill and Achane. So for me, I'm not counting it. I know if y'all was a Devonachane owner and you went on my show and you heard me talking about Mostert getting most of the touches, as soon as you found out Mostert wasn't playing, y'all should be smart enough to start him. Be smart enough to know that Soup would have started him. djmoore, my bag, y'all. My bag. I told y'all to bench him. He was going against Atlanta's tough defense, man. Atlanta's tough defense was where? That boy went off for 9 receptions, 159 yards, 1 TD. Shit, I was happy. Why? Because I'm a bear, baby. 26.4 fantasy points from djmoore, number 3 in fantasy scoring for wide receivers. I had a guy even come on my show like, you're out of your mind, Mac, benching djmoore in week 17. Shit, you was right. I was wrong. You told me so. That's your I Told You So episode for week 17. Man, sadly to say, there is no more week 18. Fantasy football is over. Hot Soup Show is done for this season. Check us out. in the summertime. We got a lot of content coming to you. I love my fans. I love the owners. I love fantasy football. Hey, it's your boy Soup. What? And I'm out.